This is easily the biggest change we have seen to the DoorDash Dasher Rewards program. My name is Mike. All I do is help you make money in different side hustles. Been dashing for years. And since 2015, I've worked on most every single major gig app and platform in different marketplaces. What we just saw is a complete overhaul, revamp of their Dasher Rewards. Dasher Rewards. Let me show you what it is, because what they just announced is completely different. What was just announced today. So check your email, check your apps. Most likely this is going to come across via email, not just an immediate change, just a heads up first, because it's not even live yet. It will be live in a couple of days. Look, Dasher Rewards, right? DoorDash introduced this program in around June 2023. 3 marketplaces: Grand Rapids, Corpus Christi, Texas, Lubbock, Texas. So they said all of these prior, like mini programs, Top Dasher, Priority Access, that had its own qualification criteria, large orders, catering programs, early access scheduling, VIP support, all of that was now under one program called Dasher Rewards. And then, here's a little bit of a preview. We started to see this. You needed certain requirements, an acceptance rate requirement for the first time ever, completion rate requirement, customer rating, and then for the highest level, platinum, you needed 100 deliveries in the last rolling 30 days. Look at the icons. This is when it was first announced. Everything looked different. We saw different ratings. Again, acceptance rate requirements, completion rate, customer rating, et cetera, et cetera. Now, we even saw different requirements in different marketplaces. So this is what I recently have in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So this might vary on we're now calling it V1, version 1 of Dasher Rewards. I need 50% to get silver, right? I need to complete 90 offers that I accept, so I can only cancel 10% of the time. And I need a 4.5 customer rating. And you can see there 70% for gold, 95%, et cetera, respectively. Now, you got all of this criteria, and then you get benefits like priority to Dash Now. You get priority to high paying offers. Silver gets priority this way. Gold gets higher priority, and platinum gets the highest priority. You get access to that large order catering program. Okay, you get access to early access scheduling, right? Like I mentioned, all those programs used to be separate, and then they were joined into one program called Dasher Rewards. This is changing. This is breaking. Drop a like on this video if you appreciate me bringing this to you first. We even saw different criteria for different marketplaces. Sometimes this was pretty wide differences. Like here at the time of this screenshot, New York, 60%. You need 10% more just to get into silver. You need to accept 60% just to get into silver. 80% gold and platinum, and even higher completion rates, right? Double as many deliveries. Now, it varied based on different marketplaces. Okay. That was V1. Now, later in the year, 2023, they expanded pretty quickly to even more marketplaces that we could see here. And again, it rolled everything into one. And then later, even the following year, now early 2024, they expanded into 25 more marketplaces. So here's a timeline. Only 3 marketplaces. Couple of months later, 22 more marketplaces. Couple of months later, 25 more marketplaces. And then a couple of months more after that, 52 more marketplaces. And then after that, shortly, it basically went live to most every marketplace, at least here in the US. Now, some marketplaces didn't have Dasher Rewards, but most had this Dasher Rewards program. You can let me know in the live chat if you have Dasher Rewards. Please do. Let me know if you have Dasher Rewards and what marketplace you're in, because most Dashers have this. Now, we saw things like this. Remember the benefits I told you, priority access to higher paying offers. Wonderful. So based on your level, silver, gold, and platinum respectively, you got more and more priority to those higher paying offers. What are high paying offers? Initially, when this first came out, DoorDash said it was $2+ a mile. Why does that matter? Because I teach you, I want you to get a minimum of $1.75, ideally $2 to $3 plus paid out per mile, because it costs money to use your personal vehicle for business, right? That's all it is. It's a margin of expenses and revenue to actually get a net profit. So you would see tags like this saying, because of your silver status, because of your gold status, you get these higher paying offers. You know, eventually, DoorDash rescinded the $2 a mile verbiage, and they just said, okay, well, it's on average the higher paying offers in your marketplace, considering everything. Okay? Now, come today. This is brand new. This is what's called the overall Dasher rating pilots. Has anyone gotten this email? Let me know in the comments or the live chat. It would say like, we're introducing new changes to the Dasher Rewards program in essence. And it's called this, overall Dasher rating pilot. This is not a small change. This is a complete revamp of what we know of Dasher Rewards. This is what I'm calling V2, version 2 of Dasher Rewards. So here's what's changing. This is directly on their support page. And I'll show you that support page here. This is directly from their support page. And I'll leave it linked down below in the description for you in the show notes. And I want to go over this with you because this is very, very important. And again, it is just breaking right now. So let's break this down right here. Now, before we go into this, let me go down to the initial announcement right here. To introduce more flexibility into the Dasher Rewards program, we are introducing the overall Dasher rating. It's a new qualification method designed to give you more flexibility to unlock rewards on your own terms. Select Dashers in the Dasher Rewards program will be eligible to earn rewards based on the overall Dasher rating starting on December 18th. At the time of filming, that is in 2 days, Wednesday, December 18th. So number one, again, look for this email about the overall Dasher rating pilots, because this is starting in a select markets, I should say, on Wednesday. Please note that Dashers must have completed 50 or more deliveries to be eligible for the rewards program. So similar to V1, you need at least 50 lifetime deliveries. More information about the overall Dasher rewards program can be found here. The below information is specific to the overall Dasher rating. So remember, there's a Dasher rewards program, V1, and this is basically V2, called the overall Dasher rating. Continuing. The overall Dasher rating combines points you earn from your acceptance rating, completion rates, customer rating, and on-time rates. That is different, by the way. The on-time rate is different than your on-time or early metric. So go on your Dasher app, click on ratings. Does your ratings screen say on time or early, or does it say on time rate? I did a video on that. I'll leave it in the show notes. I would watch that video after this one to learn about the difference with on time rates. This new overall Dasher rating will be the new way to unlock silver, gold, and platinum levels. Again, this is completely new. So it's a brand new way to unlock silver, gold, and platinum. And I need you to comment if this is better or worse or the same, right, as we continue. What does this mean for you? If you're part of the pilot, you'll qualify for a rewards tier based on your overall Dasher rating. Again, that rating is based on points you earn from your metrics. Points. This means that there are now more ways to deliver high quality service to unlock the same level of rewards. What does this mean? So, if we're unlocking Dasher rewards tiers based on points, let me show you the different tiers, the different points. And again, I want to give you an initial verdict. Is this going to be easier, right? Et cetera, et cetera. Let's take a look at two Dashers as an example. Now, their support page, it's not formatted width-wise to the website, so you have to scroll like this. So let me go back to my presentation for you. I put it on one screen to make it easier, like this. Okay, so here's their examples. It says Dasher A and Dasher B. Look, so now there's different ways to get points, and we need a certain amount of points to qualify for silver, gold, and platinum, right? And all those benefits that I mentioned, priority access, large order, et cetera. So let's look at the top here. Dasher A, if you have a 70% acceptance rate, typically I showed you the prior graphic, right? That would be gold status. So now Dasher with 70% AR, you get 15 points. Now I'm going to show you the points, levels here in a second. This is the order that DoorDash has it. I'm just going in the order of their support page. So if you had an AR of 70%, 15 points, but look, you can still have a lower AR. You can have a 40% AR. It's still kind of high, I know, right? 3 points. Now, a completion rate, if Dasher A completes 98%, they cancel 2% of the time, you get 30 points. But Dasher B, this is in a rolling basis, I would imagine, has a 100% completion rate. They get a little more points there, 35 points. Customer rating. Dasher A has had some lower ratings for some reason, but not too bad. 4.82 customer rating. They get 7 points. Customer rating for Dasher B, 4.98. You get 10 points. That new on-time rate, the difference there, on-time rate is calculated on your last 100 deliveries, just like acceptance rate. It used to be lifetime. That's why your on time early might seem to never move, because it's calculated literally on your lifetime. I've been stuck at 84% for some reason. I feel like that's way too low on my on time early, the percent of times that you're on time or early to your destinations. Now on time, again, the last 100. So Dasher A, 87% on time, but Dasher B is better with on time, and they have 24 points respectively. So your overall Dasher rating, both have 72 points. So you can have some flexibility. You don't have to hit 70% AR all the time necessarily if you have better metrics in a different area. Let's continue. Now, let's go back to the support page. Okay, here we go. And again, this is directly from DoorDash support. There's a new support page detailing all of this. I have it linked in the show notes. With an overall Dasher rating of 72, both of these Dashers will unlock gold level. However, the ways that they earn these points are completely different, right? So I'm sensing some flexibility. You do not have to just focus on 50% AR, 70% AR. But here are the tiers. I would screenshot this. And again, let me show you my presentation. I put it on one screen for you. I would screenshot this right here, and I would screenshot the points that we just went over. So I would, Here's some points examples per se, but I would screenshot this. Here's number one. Here's the new tiers for Dasher rewards. So silver is now 60 to 64 points. Gold is now 65 to 74 points. Platinum is 75 to 100 points. So the rewards that you unlock are the same. So do not worry about the rewards on the right side. It's the same tiers. Silver gets this, gold gets that. It's the same stuff there. But the qualification, it's moving to a points system, at least for the pilot programs and the marketplaces that have this. Again, I want to keep this up for one more second here. Take a screenshot. Silver is now 60 to 74 points. Gold is 65 to 74 points. Platinum 75 to 100 points. Now, here in a second, I'm going to show you exactly how you earn points. And I kind of found an error already. I mean, this was literally just live, but I think I found an error already. We'll have to maybe reach out to DoorDash. Maybe you can help me out with that. I'm going to move on in 5 seconds here. Silver, gold, and platinum, the rewards stay the same. You know, silver gets initial priority, gold gets secondary priority, platinum gets tertiary, the highest priority, the higher paying offers, and then everything else that comes with it. Okay. Let's go back to our support page. And we're going to continue here. Now, one of the most important questions right here, how is the overall Dasher rating calculated? So here's the actual tables of how it's calculated. Your current acceptance rate, completion rate, customer rating, and on-time rates will help you earn points towards the overall score here, the overall Dasher rating. As each rating changes, your overall Dasher rating will be updated as well. See below, here we go, to learn how many points you can receive for each rating. So I would screenshot the following coming up here as well. So here is how many points you earn respectively for each criteria. So let me go to my chart again, right here. I blew it up for you, so you can screenshot this as well. Here is the exact breakdown of points. Now, I have questions. I'm just seeing this for the first time too. I have questions, and again, I think I found an error already in this. So here's your AR. Now, we also can tell, what does DoorDash deem as like very low AR? Interesting to see as well. Very low is anything 25% AR or lower. I mean, I think a lot of us are at very low or low. If you're cherry picking, which is just, you know, picking the highest margin, best offers for you, you get 0 points. But there's other ways to earn points here. I'm checking my AR right now. My AR is, oh yeah, it's 41%. Just because what was I doing? I don't think I was going for Dasher rewards. I think I just had a good streak of cherry picking. I certainly wasn't going for Dasher rewards. I have videos on that if you want to watch it though. So very low, it's 0 to 25%, 0 points. Low, it's 26% to 50%. I mean, it's funny to still call 50% AR low, basically. You get 1 to 6 points. Now listen, here's one of my first questions. Well, look at this. You might start to notice this. Low is 26 to 50, right? That's a pretty good range of numbers there. 26 to 50, yet there's only 6 different points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, literally of the number of points you get. So how is that delineated? So it's 26 to 50, but then my points are only 1 to 6. It's not a proportionate piece of the pie there. So like 26 to 29 is going to be 1 point. 29 or 30 to like 33 is going to be 2, right? You see how that's kind of interesting there. Moderate, 51% to 70%, 6 to 15 points. High, 71% AR to 89% AR, 15 to 23 points. Very high, 90% AR to 100% AR, 24 to 25 points. Remember, you don't have to just focus on AR. Continuing. I would screenshot all of these. Your completion rates, the percent of times you complete an offer that you've accepted. Very low is anything 89% or lower. Do you agree with that? So a very low completion rate is anything 89% or lower. Yes and no. That means you're canceling what? 11% or more. The only reason I'm pausing is because your deactivation threshold for a lot of marketplaces used to be 80%. You used to be able to cancel up to 20% for some marketplaces, but then it was changed to more and more. And I'd argue now, like most marketplaces, now it's 90% for your deactivation threshold. So, okay, again, this isn't pertaining to necessarily the deactivation threshold. This is just what they're qualifying for points. So, okay, 89% lower. Moderate is 90 to 95% completion rate. Oh, and I am going to show, I keep checking mine. I'm going to show you mine and what it would equate to with points here in a second. Appreciate you being here. I'm going to take your question and answers after this. There's a lot of info to go through, but definitely drop a like and stay at the end of the video for that question and answer session. Or if you're watching in the replay, just put it down below in the comments. So a high completion rate, 96 to 98%, and a very high completion is 99 to 100% completion. So you're only having to cancel 1% of the time, basically, but you get 33 to 35 points. So remember, silver is like 60 some points. So if you complete most, like, yeah, dude, I don't really have to cancel a lot. I cancel 2% of the time. You're getting a ton of points anyway. So you can have a little bit lower AR. If you're complete, you're like, yeah, I don't really cancel a lot. You're getting half of your points, or maybe even more than half of your points for silver, just like that, just by completing like stuff, right? On-time rate. Remember, on-time rate is different than the older, I should say, on-time or early rate. So this new on-time rate that is based on the last 100 deliveries is as follows. If you're on time 60%, that's pretty low. 60% of the time it is low, you get 0 points. If you're on time 61 to 70%, you get 1 to 11 points. If you're moderately on time, 71% to 80%, 12 to 21 points. And again, I kind of have questions about the proportionality of like 12 to 21 points, but then there's only 10 percentage difference, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 80%, right? Okay. You're rewarded obviously with a higher number here. High on-time rate is 81 to 90%. I told you at the start of this video, I've been hovering around 84%. Honestly, on the new on-time rate, I'm probably around 94%. I mean, I'm always A to B, probably like you. 22 to 28 points, very high on time, 91 to 100%. So listen, imagine my new calculated on-time rate is 92%. So if I complete like 99, 98% of orders, and I'm typically on time most every time, same thing. There you go. There's most of my points for silver or gold. Customer rating. Here's the points for customer rating. Very low, anything 4.2 or lower. I agree. Low is 4.21 to 4.7. Yeah, kind of. Moderate, 4.71 to 4.85, 5 to 7 points. High is 4.86 to 4.95, 8 to 9 points. And very high is 4.96 to 5.0, respectively, for 10 points. Yeah, I kind of agree with this. I mean, you should honestly be at 4.8 or higher, which would put you in moderate. I mean, if you have 4.79 or lower, I think something could be improved. Customer service, food presentation, going A to B, don't take stops, don't get snacks and gas while you're on a delivery. Something there, if you're at a 4.79 or lower. You can let me know what you have, though. Let me know what you have in the live chat or the comment section. That's customer rating. Now, here's my rating. So I told you I had some questions about this new points system. this overall Dasher ratings pilots and the proportionality of the points to the scalability of this thing. I'm going to point it out right here. Maybe I'm misinterpreting it, but someone can show me here. Okay, so this is what I have right here currently. AR 41%, completion rate 98%, customer rating in the last 100 5.0, on time or early 84%. Remember, that is the initial metric. On time or early is based on lifetime. That's why it seems to never change. I'm glad they're changing that. So that's going to be more liquid, more changing when it's called on time rate. Okay. So if this is my metrics based on what DoorDash has said, this is what I'm going to get approximately, because I still don't understand some of the proportionalities. So I get 3 points for acceptance rating. I get 30 points for a high completion rate of 98%. I get 26 points approximately for my on-time rate. We'll assume it's on-time rate, not on-time or early, right? Because it's going to be changing to on-time rate. And then I get 10 points for my max customer rating. So here's where I'm thinking something that doesn't make sense. I don't know if this is me. You can let me know if I'm reading this wrong. Maybe DoorDash, you guys need to tweak something. I don't know who's at fault here. So here's their example. Okay. This is DoorDash's own example I showed you earlier in the video. I don't know if I'm misreading this, but they said Dasher A, their on-time rate is 87%. They get 20 points. I don't think there's any other way to read that. I mean, it says 87, 20 points. Kind of weird. They have those little arrows, but I don't think that means anything. I think that just literally means an arrow. Hey, look at this. They get 20 points. Now, when I was calculating my numbers, I saw this and I said, wait a minute. This is what they showed as well. So in their own website, it says high is supposed to be 22 to 28 points for on-time rate. So if you're at 87%, how do you get 20 points here? Didn't their own chart say 81 to 90% is 22 points minimum to 28 points? And I'll double check right now with on-time rate on their website. 81 to 90% is yes, is yes, 22 to 28 points. So this does not make any sense to me. I don't know if this is an error. Something's wrong the way I'm reading this. Their own example, Dasher A has 87% on-time rate, but shouldn't that mean they get at least 22 points to 28 points? Because their own chart says such? So I had to calculate my own. I just I estimated based on that. So based on this, I would be a gold Dasher. 69 points. There's the target chart. 69 points puts me at gold status. I have secondary priority to higher paying offers. Then I get, early access scheduling and whatever else is included. So take a look there. So the big takeaway is this is very liquid now, which means as all your metrics change, your points are very liquid. Again, I don't know what this is. Someone's going to have to look at this and I don't know, the fix their chart or something. But as your metrics change, it's no longer like, oh, I gotta sweat my AR. And yeah, you had to hit certain metrics for completion rate, customer rating, on time and early, on V1. But what really mattered to get silver, gold, and platinum was the AR. And a lot of us were like, I don't want to accept 50% or 70% of offers. So a massive benefit, at least on the surface level, is you no longer have to sweat just your acceptance rate. You don't have to just get 50% or 70 AR. Because look here, let's say I have a good streak, right? I happen to get good offers. I don't even know why I have 41%, honestly. I probably just had a couple good days and I accepted more. Okay. So I had a couple of good days. I can use Dasher preferences to even turn off stuff I don't want to do, like shop and deliver, which helps my AR because I don't have to see those shop and deliver offers. And based on my metrics, with a lower AR, I have gold because I would traditionally need 70% AR to get gold. Here in Pittsburgh, I can get gold with a 41% AR given everything else. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. I'm going to go over pros and cons here as well. Now, they have frequently asked questions next, so let's go over that. But let's just take a second here. Drop a like in this video. My name is Mike. All I do is help you make money in different side hustles. We are going over the massive change, a complete change of how you get Dasher rewards. And this just came across today. It is live this Wednesday at the time of filming this, December 18th. Let me know if you got the email. It's going to say like introducing new changes to Dasher rewards, overall Dasher rating pilot. So let me know if you got that. Let's jump back into the content here. And we'd love to have you as a team member. Consider subscribing. Again, drop a like if you appreciate me bringing this to you first. And check out yourdrivermike.com for courses and resources to help you in most any side hustle. So, a lot of questions. I got questions. Let's see what they say. Will there be any changes to the rewards at different tiers? No. As part of this pilot, there will be no changes to the rewards being offered in the program. You'll continue to have access to the rewards that you love. So the qualifications, how you qualify are changing, but none of the rewards are changing. So you can get maybe silver easier. You can get gold easier, but you're not sacrificing on some of those benefits. What happens to my overall Dasher rating if I dash outside of insert marketplace here? So let's say Pittsburgh. I don't think they literally mean, like, you know how I call it a sub marketplace? Like Pittsburgh is broken into smaller sub marketplaces, like downtown Pittsburgh's one, North Pittsburgh, South Pittsburgh. I don't think they mean that when they say sub marketplace. I think they just literally mean market, like Pittsburgh. So for them, that's like a sub marketplace of DoorDash probably. The overall Dasher rating pilot will remain active and determine your eligibility for the rewards program as long as you primarily dash in this area. If you dash frequently in, listen to this, if you dash in different states, okay, New York, New Jersey, and whatnot, or if you're near a border, if you dash frequently in multiple areas, your rewards qualification may revert to the qualification criteria in another area. Check the ratings tab in your app anytime to stay updated. So basically, the way I'm reading that is if I dash in, I'm imagining Pittsburgh, the whole area, not just my little downtown Pittsburgh submarket, but as long as I primarily dash in that area, I'm going to stay on the overall Dasher ratings pilot. If I happen to drive down to West Virginia, into Ohio, if I'm visiting something and I want to dash out there, then it says, well, if you start dashing somewhere else, it might revert back to the original V1. I'm very curious how that's going to affect those dashers that drive cross-state. I'm near a state border. I'm in New York and I jump over to New Jersey, whatever it is. Now, I would hope, this is speculative, but I don't know if DoorDash would say, okay, we know that New York, New Jersey drivers cross the state, whatever, often. So we have a new radius. So as long as you drive in that radius that most drivers are crossing between states, as long as you stay in that radius, we're just going to keep the overall Dasher rating pilot. We're not going to make it confusing and switch back and forth. So we'll have to see how that plays out for those that drive in different areas. Continuing. Once I qualify for a level, how long will it take me to begin to receive those rewards? The same way as V1, instantly. So as your metrics now, it's going to ebb and flow more. It's more liquid. It's more constantly changing. As your metrics are changing, if you get to a new rewards level, it's instant. Now, when you drop below it, the change will be also instant as well. Nothing's changing there. So as my metrics change, if I cancel a lot, in like 2 days, I have a bad streak, I cancel a lot, completion rate drops, my AR drops or increases. Well, in this case, it would be decrease. Then you'll instantly lose access. But again, as soon as your metrics are changing again, it'll jump back in. It's the same thing as the V1 Dasher rewards. What if I have completed less than 50 deliveries? If you're a new Dasher considering signing up, or if you're experienced and you're worried about, or just want considerations of what new Dashers get, listen to this. For Dashers who have completed less than 50 deliveries, we understand that it takes time to learn how to use the platform to help you get off to a great start. New Dashers like you will have access to special perks on your first 50 deliveries, regardless of what your overall Dasher rating is. As you continue to Dash, you will start to see an overall Dasher rating score based on your current acceptance rate, completion rate, customer rating, and on-time rates. After you've completed your first 50 deliveries, you'll then be eligible to qualify for Dasher rewards, the same thing as V1. So new Dashers get access. It says, what does it say? To some, it says you'll have access to special perks. Now, I have the benefit of seeing a new Dasher profile. I can see the inside. How? Is DoorDash giving me a sneak peek of my profile? No. My girlfriend, Rahima, I just did a video with her. Check it out on the channel. But she's a brand new Dasher. I can see exactly what a new Dasher sees. And she has, I wish I had the screenshot. I'll have to put it maybe in the community tab for you. So make sure to subscribe here. Like her profile under ratings says 2 out of 50. And it says in green, getting access to higher paying offers, getting access to large order, getting access to early access scheduling. So she's getting the benefits. I don't think it's platinum level priority to higher paying. I'll have to check what it says. I think it's probably silver. I don't know. It just says you're getting access to higher paying offers, I believe. But that's only for your first 50 deliveries. But food for thought, okay? Continuing. How often will the overall Dasher rating update? If any changes in your ratings will be automatically reflected in your overall Dasher rating. i.e., if your completion rate drops from, if your completion rate drops from 99% to 97%, your overall Dasher rating may decrease by 2 points as your new completion rate is worth 32 instead of 34 points. And the reason I was pausing there is, again, I think they need to fix their scalability of their points or something, because look, let's pay attention to this. If your completion rate drops from 99% to 97%, your points will go from 34 to 32. One more, please pay attention to this. 99 to 97, your points go from 34 to 32. But why does their completion rate say it's 33 to 30? Very high. They said what? They said 97%. No, 99% to 97. So 99 should be, yes, it might be 34 points, because we can see 99 is 33 to 35 points. So yeah, okay. 99 can be 34 points. But what delineates? There's only 2 percentage points there. It's 99 or 100, but there's 3%, there's 3 points, 33, 34, 35. So what determines If I'm at 99%, what determines if I get 33 or 34 points? That's what I'm wondering. What? There's 3 points, but there's only 2%, 99 and 100. So what is going to determine if I get 33 or 34 points? Point number 2, though, look. So if I'm at 99, I'm supposed to have 34 points. Fine. Right here. Yep, right here is 34 points. But it says if I drop down to 97, it may decrease by 2 points as your new completion rate is 32 points. 32 points. 32 points. 32 points. 32 points. If you're a 97% completion rate, where is 32 points? 32 points and 31 points are completely missing from this chart, as is 19, 20, and 21 points, right? So I don't know if they're just omitting those points mathematically. They're like, we just want to give 30 points, or if this is a mistake, but they just said your valuation decreased by 2 points to 32 points. But 32 points isn't even on this chart. It's not even on this chart. So I don't know what is going on. I know this is new. I know there's bugs, but I feel like this is some simple math, a simple chart that we should have gotten ironed out before we released this support page. But I digress. One more time. Look, your CR, completion rate, 99 to 97, 34 to 32. 99, 34. Okay, that makes sense. But it drops down to 97, 32. There's no 32. There's no 32 on this entire table. So I don't know if I'm missing something or if this is a typo in ranges. And then I also have this question of there's 99 to 100, but then there's 33, 34, 35 points. So what delineates if I get 33 or 34 points if I'm at 99%? Anyway, let's continue, right? Let's continue. I think we only have a few more of these FAQs, and then we'll go into your questions here and responses. Can I still decline offers? Yes, you can still decline as much as you want, the same as V1 Dasher rewards. Do I still have, this is very important, do I still have to complete a certain number of deliveries? Because Platinum, you had to complete 100 deliveries in the last rolling 30 days. No. As part of this pilot, you no longer have to complete a certain number of deliveries in the rolling 30-day period to unlock Platinum. All you need is 50 lifetime. Easy. Most people you can easily knock out 50 lifetime deliveries. But you do not need to complete 100 every 30 days. That is a great improvement. That's stellar. Now, I have talked to a few reps at DoorDash, not support, but actual DoorDash, employees and reps. And I told them this for you and I. I'm like, guys, if you're a part-time Dasher, you're never going to be able to do 100 deliveries in 30 days if you only have 5 hours a week and you want to multi-app. I'm like, Frank, that's literally what I said. I'm like, there's no way. So it's only reserved for Dashers who are only doing DoorDash or are driving more hours. So you're excluding probably 70% of your Dashers that can never even hit 130 days. Imagine you do. I mean, you can if you have enough hours. But if you also work and you also have kids or a social life or a dating life, or you just want to chill a little bit, you don't want to be on the road all the time. That is a big win. I like this. You don't have to do 100 deliveries every 30, and you can still get Platinum. You can now get the highest level of priority without having to grind 100 deliveries every month. And again, I know it's what's the word? It's relative. I know it's relative. Mike, it's super easy to hit 100 deliveries. I mean, yeah, not for everyone. If people got other stuff going on, most people are doing this as a side hustle. 90% are dashing less than 10 hours a week. But let's continue. Hey, if you are doing more hours, I love it. I mean, I just want to make sure you're happy and making good money, but I respect the hustle. Nothing wrong with that either. Are you planning to make changes to this program. Overall Dasher ratings. We want to ensure that the overall Dasher rating pilot delivers on our goal to make qualifying for Dasher rewards more flexible on your terms. As such, we may modify the overall Dasher rating, including the ratings that count towards it and their point values at any time. Yeah, guys, you might have to, because I think your math is a little off, or your scale is a little weird. So you might have to make some changes. I'll keep an eye on that support page all day today. I'll post a community tab post if it changes. So, initial verdict. This brand new program that was announced today, going live in 2 days, okay, that you no longer have to just focus on your AR. You get points for your metrics. Points are constantly changing as your metrics are constantly changing. On time or early is going to become the on-time rate, and you no longer have to do 100 deliveries in the last rolling 30 days. Based on my metrics here, I'm a Gold Dasher. I get secondary priority to higher paying offers. Initial verdict, I think this is much better than the initial Dasher rewards. Why? And I'm going to give you pros and cons, okay? I think this is much better. I don't want to have to worry about doing 100 deliveries in 30 days, number one. I could. When I literally tried to do that, you're going to have to drive more hours or more days. Okay, fine. Number two, it's the AR thing. I think most Dashers cared more about that acceptance rate thing than the 100 deliveries. Because they're like, well, I don't even want to go for silver or gold because it's 50% or 70% acceptance rate minimum. Some marketplaces that was even higher, like 60% just to get into silver or something. So from the bat, you're like, forget this program. I am not doing this program if I have to accept 50 or 60% AR. From the start, that's just me speaking, a good amount of Dashers are saying, dude, I'm not even trying that thing. I'm not even going to go for it simply because of the acceptance rate. Number three, it provides more flexibility, yes, but it's easier to qualify. Arguably, we saw examples from DoorDash of different Dashers in how you could actually get the different rewards levels, albeit there's some errors there in their math maybe, or their scale or whatever, the table. But the point is there's flexibility now. There's flexibility of, well, let's just keep it on this. Okay, fine. There's flexibility of Dasher A and Dasher B. You don't have to just have a high AR. You can have a lower AR, higher completion rate, higher customer rating, and higher on-time rate. Or you don't even need that. You can have a higher completion, higher customer rating, a little lower on time, and a little lower acceptance rate, and you can get silver. Let me show you that again. And you can get silver right here with 60 points. You'll have to kind of look at the different math and look at your own rating and look at everything I showed you today. Calculate your own to see what you get. Okay, cons though. I like to give you both sides. That's why I think this is the best place on the platform to learn about different side hustles to start, grow, and dominate in the gig economy, and more wealth building coming in the coming year or years with more niches to help you. But cons, this might have more Dashers qualify. So if you're a high hour or more of a full-time Dasher, more Dashers probably are going to qualify for Dasher rewards. So if you're sitting pretty at platinum or gold and you're like, I worked so hard to get my AR up, I'm at 75% AR. I have 120 deliveries in the last 30 days. I get the nice benefit to platinum, and most Dashers are probably not a platinum. I'm enjoying this. There's probably going to be a more even spread of Dashers that qualify. I think for the average Dasher, though, I think that's a good thing because Dasher rewards what I said, walled off high paying offers. Because if you didn't qualify as the high platinum, they get the first priority, and then gold, and then silver, and then you. So you're at the bottom looking up with everyone else getting priority, and you didn't qualify. So this should unlock more opportunity for you to at least be a part of the mix there. Other cons. Now, all of your metrics, this might be a pro and con. Now, all of your metrics are really equally as important. So if I showed you this again, look, let's take a look. All of your metrics are equally important. So you might say, dude, it feels like now more than ever, they're controlling my choice. Yes and no. I kind of lean towards no. Like, obviously, the same thing with V1. You have the freedom to dash however you like, but we want access to higher paying offers. So I did not like a program that was based solely on acceptance rating. I said that since day one. It's wonderful having high paying offers. In my opinion, high paying offers on Dasher rewards pay more than Uber Eats new preferred deliveries pay per mile. So, but my point was, all of this matters now. Your acceptance rate, obviously it mattered in V1, but you can see the liquidity here, okay? But now all of this was still measured on V1, okay? All of this was, I'll just show you real quick. If you remember, all of this was still measured in V1, right here. This was Pittsburgh. So it's all still important. AR, completion rate, customer rating, right? But you had less flexibility. Oh, I'm at 94%. I'm at 92% completion rate. I'm at 87% completion rate. Sorry, you don't qualify for silver. But I'm at 51% AR, but 87% completion rate. Sorry, you don't qualify. So again, I think it is a big positive to have flexibility of this liquidity. Let's continue. Completion rate does not have to be at a certain level. You know, there's different combinations of what can equal silver, gold, and platinum. Your on time rate, you do not have to worry about being on time 98% of the time. You have the flexibility there. Customer rating, you should have the highest customer rating possible, right? And then my rating, I estimated because I showed you that potential error, et cetera, et cetera. But I want to take your questions. This system is not perfect. You better believe it. It's not a perfect system. V1 was not a perfect system, but I think this is an improvement. It's flexibility, but I think they need to revise a little bit of the numbers that I told you. But obviously, it matters what happens on the road when this is live, right? So if this comes to Pittsburgh, I'll see if I can get this on my profile because I want to test it. I've tested V1. So I want to test this V2, or I guess overall Dasher rating pilot. I want to see, do I get more high paying offers? And I measured that. I got 3%, 45% high paying offers. That's frequency. That's number one. Number two, the payout per mile. Is it still going to be $1.80 plus? I think for high paid offers, ideally $2 to $3 plus to have that high paying offer card. Is a payout per mile still going to be solid? And then obviously, ultimately, the verdict of testing and trying the overall Dasher rating pilot. Let me know your questions down below. Let me know if you got the email. Better, worse, neutral. Should they not have any of this at all? Should they revert back to the OG platform? Let me know your thoughts.